Growing up till a certain age, I thought there was a Tzahal disabled veteran in every family in Israel. Because we saw blind and amputees and wheelchairs and burns. For a little kid to see someone completely burned from a tank is not something you take lightly, but you grow up with it.
The Golan Heights. There was fear of infiltration by Syrian commando forces. The engineering corps fighters are dismantling old Syrian landmines, replacing them with new ones. Itzik Dadush knows it's dangerous. He's aware of the perils, and despite tremendous caution, a horrific explosion is heard. Boom. I stepped on a landmine. I realized right away that I can't see. It was dark all at once. I realized that my leg was gone. After 2 or 3 days in intensive care, I woke up, and the one thing I was concerned about was how my parents would take it, especially my mom.
I'm sitting in the room, and the nurse came in to replace his bandages, and I see there's no leg. So I said to her, "What's this?" And she replies, "There's no leg, we need to clean it up." I went outside and I began to cry. I didn't even know yet about the eyes.
You're lying in the hospital, your eyes bandaged, your arms wounded. They bring you food, you try to pick up your salad with your fork and you miss, so you keep trying. Someone would have fed me right away if I had asked for help, but that's wrong. Telephones back then had dials, and the first phone call I made was to Dalia. We were just good friends back then, but I had a strong urge to phone her. We had gone to high school together. Dalia sat in a seat in front of me, and as soon as I saw her, I felt a click. When she came to visit, the mood in the room changed. There was so much excitement that one day she said, "Can I feed you?" How can I say no if Dalia wants to feed me? Of course, everyone all around is looking, mother, father, friends, brothers, and she says, "Open your mouth, Itzik." I opened my mouth, and she was so excited she stuck it up my nose by mistake. I left the hospital, and we grew even closer. She opened my eyes all along the way, but to her, I remained the same old Itzik.
When you're young, you don't think. You're in love. You feel in love. And that's all that matters. I did think there would be difficulties. But this is the situation, and you deal with it.
You think ahead, building a home, raising a family, traveling together.
My heart went out to him. He failed to mention it was I who proposed to him.
Disability is a fact. Being miserable is a choice. I understand that if I accept who I am as a blind person, others will accept me too. When I talk to people, after a few minutes the blindness moves aside. It becomes irrelevant. It's meaningless. I'm not denying it. It exists, but it's not what matters. Other things matter. Itzik and Dalia have 4 children. He's admitted to university to study computers and gets a job with a major bank. I've been working with a bank for the past 35 years. Today I'm a manager in their development division. Finding good, credible, and clear solutions, you build your reputation over the years. Itzik is a fantastic example of rehabilitation. For me, Beit Elochem builds your self-confidence, helps you recognize, understand, and come to terms with your condition. The moment you do sport like goalball, you sharpen all your senses, and at Beit Elochem, being quick, sharp, and strong brings you to a better place. I had the privilege of organizing a few trips for the friends at Beit Elochem. To witness such dynamics among blind members, such camaraderie. Friday, lunchtime. Dalia and Itzik are always happy to host all their children and grandchildren.
We meet every Friday, every week. With the parents, the entire family together, so much fun. My father taught me never to judge a book by its cover, to always look beyond.
You learn sensitivity, accepting the other. It was ingrained in me without even noticing, and it made me a better person.
I remember on Beit HaLochem trips, you'd see a blind man pushing a guy on a wheelchair. You know, one of them can't see, but he's got legs, and the other can see but has no legs. Together, they can be like one man.
As a child, you try to do things because your dad doesn't see, sneaking out of the house, but it was impossible to get past Itzik Dadush's radar.
He sees better than a lot of people. He can tell by a person's voice what mood they're in without having to see their fake smiles. These are things only Itzik can do.
Dalia, our mother, got into something which is very challenging. Today, I'm married with kids, but I think back at you as a young woman. You said, I love this man so much, I want to have family with him. I find that amazing.
A grandchild who comes running to you to kiss you. What else do you need? It's very moving. It's these small things which add joy to your life.
He's never seen our kids. That touches me deeply. I care. It's... Whenever I talk about it, I cry.
This movie has 3 happy endings. The first,
What do I wish for him? That he remains just the way he is. I love this model very much. Wouldn't exchange it for any other.
the second,
We love you, Teddy, and we love you, Beit HaLochem Canada.
and the third ending is a lesson for life to those of us who can see.
Itzik, as a blind person, is there any piece of advice you have for those of us who can see?
Always listen. Listen.